Ty, getting to do your daily devotional again. Today's passage comes out of Ephesians 4, verse 32. I feel like in our world today, we're lacking, especially in our country, is the ability to forgive one another. It seems we want to count each other's sins against one another and continually bring up the past and bring up the past. America is a land where the past has been full of flawed men. We see statues being torn down, and we see people bringing accusations. And don't get me wrong, there should be justice against things that happen that are bad. We should have justice. God desires justice. God himself is just. But I think the thing that we're missing is compassion. I think the thing that we're missing is being able to look at each other and maybe understand someone else's point of view, or at least to attempt it, to try to walk in another man's shoes for a little while. And I think if we were to spend time looking at Jesus, not just in Jesus' words, but also in his actions, what you find over and over again is compassion. If we were to erect only statues and only monuments to the people who were perfect in this world, Jesus would be the only statue that would be able to stand. None of our founding fathers, no Christopher Columbus, no anybody would be able to stand, because in essence we're all sinful people. But I think that's something that we all can identify with, is the fact that we struggle through life. And we need to find ourselves having more and more compassion for one another. In Ephesians 4, verse 32, it says, be compassionate to one another, and be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving one another, because it's in Christ that God forgives us. And I know that if Jesus were to count every one of my sins against me, I wouldn't stand a chance, because Jesus was perfect. But because God looks at me through the lens of Jesus' death and resurrection, he has compassion on me and wants to see growth in my life, and not just see where I've been, because who I am hates who I've been. But instead, he wants to see us grow and mature and become more and more like Jesus. It's the act of sanctification, is the scriptural term, is the theological term for that. He wants to sanctify us, set us apart, and make us holy. And we can't do that living on the sins of the past. Sure, there are things that we're going to answer for. There are consequences in life. But a lot of us need to be showing compassion to one another, and maybe forgiving one another, because Jesus first forgave us. I want to encourage you today to be forgiving, to show someone a second chance that doesn't deserve it, because you're reminded that you don't deserve a second chance, but Jesus has shown you grace. So show grace to one another. Have a blessed day. Hope you have a good one.